Hello, I'm Daryl Goodman, Director of Products at Achieve It Solutions. Today we're going to review how an inside sales rep at a wholesale distribution company would be able to use SAP Business One 9.2 on HANA with Achieve It Resolv to perform their daily functions. When you first log in, each user is presented with their own dashboard, a collection of widgets and KPIs that gives them the information they need to get their job done efficiently. You start with an area of common functions that contains direct links to the parts of the system that the user uses daily. So for example, if I need to work on my opportunities or see my opportunities pipeline report, I can do so with one click. I get dynamic information such as I can see my top customers and whether or not I'm currently a top employee. You have the ability to look at my sales orders that are not delivered. And if I click on it, it gives me information that I can see each of the individual orders. Seeing that this one is late, I might follow up on it to determine why it's still open. I have a graphic display of my sales process, allowing me to see visually what my job functions would entail, as well as being able to click into each of the different functions to open them. If you use the access to the reports, you can see you get a listing of possible recommended reports for me. As I work through the system, it shows my recent updates, allowing me to quickly access the things that I've just recently been working on, as well as a messages and alerts section that's going to display what the system is prompting me to do or any messages that I may have. Let's start by getting a phone call from one of our customers. Since I don't know what the customer is calling about, I'm going to start by opening up our customer inquiry. I see that Parameter Technologies is calling, so I'm going to open up them, and now I have all the information they may ask me about at a detail. As you can see, I have the ability to quickly review any orders, open or closed, with or without item detail, as well as information about any invoices, any opportunities that are going, and I can quickly get access to any other information that they may ask. If I need more information about anything in the system, each of these drill down arrows, called a golden arrow, allows me to link to and directly open the supporting information. In this case, I've opened up the business partner master or customer record so that I can quickly get information such as phone numbers, account balances, and so on. Today, they'd like to get a new quote. So from the customer inquiry, I'm going to press New Document, which takes me directly to where I can enter a quotation. Commonly, my customers send me the request for quotes by email. In this case, they've sent me an Excel attachment with the list of items that they want and the quantity, as well as the price they'd like to pay from our price list. I'm simply going to copy the data and paste it into the quotation. As you can see, it quickly and easily fills out all the data so that I can just simply add the quotation and be able to send them the information. If I need additional items, I can directly enter them. So for example, if I enter 3, you'll see here that I get the SAP Suggest showing me the list of possible items that I might want to be able to select that have that match. In this case, I'm going to choose my nozzle tip, and I'm able to enter the information such as a quantity. Another way that you can enter information would be for items that come by different sizes. So when I open up a style matrix, you can see here that as I want to purchase women's sweaters, that the items are available in multiple colors, as well as multiple patterns, and I'm going to choose both blue and solid. Having selected that combination, I can see that it's offered in both small, medium, and large, so I'll simply order 1 small and 3 larges. There's additional information available at my fingertips from this screen, but I'm ready to just transfer it to the quotation. And you can see here that the order entry has directly converted it into the appropriate item numbers. Lastly, the customer may not know my part number, but they do know their part number. So in their case, they've given me a request for their part number, PTN 1186. As I enter this information, SAP automatically converts it to item number A0003, which is my part number in the system. Now, each of these have come in as eaches. However, with respect to the office print, I might want to have a different unit of measure. So I have the ability to select from different units of measure, and in this case, I'm going to select a case of 24. This will automatically update the pricing to be able to be reflective of a case pack. So I'm ordering, in this case, 1 case at $10,000. As I look at the price report, we can see here that there's different pricing available for this item. So I can see here that the regular sales price for a case is $10,000. However, if I want to give them from a different base price list, I have the ability to do so. And you can see that it's giving me pricing both at the unit level and at the case level. In this case, the case level is not just directly 24 times 300, but actually has a discount for purchasing in bulk. I'm simply going to update this, and I'm now able to change the price based on the pricing rules. However, it's also possible that you may have negotiated pricing. In the event of negotiated pricing, we may want to see how the customer has purchased this before. Again, we right-click, but instead of the price report, I look at the last prices. This shows me all of the information for when and how much they've purchased this product for before, and I'm able to change to be able to see information about any special pricing or even pricing from other customers to be able to make a decision as we're negotiating price. Next, I'm going to offer a discount. In this case, I'm going to enter in a discount of 45%, which is above my authorization. When I add the order, you'll notice that it comes up and asks me for an approval remark because I cannot enter this. So please approve. Back on my dashboard, I can see that I've gotten a request for approving the document. When I drill into the request, you'll see that it gives me information. Now, normally I would not be able to approve my own, but if you look, you'll see that I've made myself as an approver in addition to Jason. From the approval screen, I can see the information that I typed in asking me to approve, and I can drill into the document to see the contents to be able to make my decision. As I've made my decision, I have the ability to approve or reject. In this case, I'll approve. And then the person who entered the order, in this case me, will get a notification indicating that the document's been approved, and they can continue. Back on the quotation, I'm going to add some notes. Once I've added the note, I'm going to go ahead and update the quotation. Having added the note, I'm going to look to see how the change was recorded. Going into the change log, I can see that this order has been updated once. If I show the difference, I can see that the change was blank and that I now have my note. I can also go back and look to see how an order looked at any point in time by simply opening up the history instance, which will show the quotation how it was at the time before it was edited. Next, the customer approved the quote and we need to convert it to an order. I'm going to choose copy to order, and you can see that all of the information goes directly to an order without re-entry. They've given me a PO number, so I'll enter it here, PT12345. And I'll go to add the order. Because I've forgotten to put a delivery date in, the system checked for data accuracy and brings me over to where I'm going to enter the date saying that I need the order to be delivered on Friday. Next, I want to get information about how much this is going to cost to ship. So I can go to the rate shop and be able to get information about how much it will be to ship this order. As you can see, I get information for different service levels, and I can select and quote a freight charge. The freight charge now appears down here in the freight and has updated the order. Now that I have my order amount with the freight, I need to take a deposit. I'm going to click on here and just be able to enter the amount of the deposit that I want. I need approximately 10%, so I'm going to take $1,000. And you can see that I can take the payment in the form of a check from the customer, a wire transfer, credit card, or even cash. Having accepted the order, I'm now going to ensure that the office print will ship on Friday by making a stock reservation. This shows me that I currently have 100 in stock and none are reserved, and that I have 20 available on this order because we ordered one case. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and make a reservation indicating that I want to ensure that at least 12 of the units will be available on Friday, that nobody else can take my stock. When I update this, you can see the other orders that are currently available, and that I now have 12 reserved against inventory, so there's only 88 available to supply the other customers. Having made the reservation, you can see that the on-hand quantity is still 100, however only 88 are available to ship to other customers, and that 12 out of the 20 units are reserved for this order. Next, the customer has asked that they can get their nozzle tip early, so I'm going to go ahead and change this to tomorrow's date. However, having done so, I may not want to ship all 5 units tomorrow. This gives me the ability to go into the delivery schedule details, and when I check the availability, I can see that I actually do have all 5 available to ship tomorrow. However, I only want to give them 2 tomorrow, and we'll ship the remaining units on the 11th. This gives me the ability to plan ahead and see that I will have multiple shipments for the row. Next, they'd like to have the sweater shipped to a different location. So on that row, you'll see here that I have the ability to change the ship to address and select, instead of their main warehouse, that they'd like to have it go to their east-west warehouse. This gives me the ability to have different ship to addresses on a per row basis. Because the customer asked for expedited shipping on the nozzle, I'm going to go ahead and make a comment on the document. So I'm going to go into my opening and closing remarks, and I'm going to use a predefined text to use expedited. When I choose this, it automatically adds a text that says the order has been expedited and we need to get a confirmation within 4 hours. When I look at the order confirmation, you can see here that the note that I've entered appears directly on the confirmation, telling them that they need to confirm within 4 hours. So that I don't forget, I'm going to make an activity on the sales order. I simply right-click and choose New Activity. I can choose between different types of activity. In this case, I want to make a phone call. So I'm going to make a sales call and a confirmation follow-up. and we'll put it in a subject. And I can go ahead and set myself a reminder, so I can say when I want to get reminded for, and this will automatically pop back up. If I have other information that I want, you'll see that it's all automatically linked. I can put attachments and other documentation as well to keep track of this as an activity for myself. Once I'm in here, I'll be able to see the activity associated with me, or I'll be able to see all the related activities that have ever happened against the order. Daniel got back to me and gave me the approved document, so I'm going to go to the attachments tab. I'm just going to simply browse, and I'm going to attach a copy of the approved document that he sent me. Once it's attached, you can simply double click and you'll see that I'm able to in fact find and keep associated with the document a signed copy. Having gotten the confirmation, I'm going to just double check the availability of my items. Now this could have been automatic, but I'm going to come in and take a look at my available to promise for my nozzle kit 2.5. As you can see here, I in fact don't have any stock, and it won't have any stock coming in. So if I want, I can take a look at alternative items. The alternative items shows me that I have the ability to substitute other parts for this product. I could use older versions 1.2 and 2.0, but they're not quite compatible with the right device family. The version 3.0 is available, but I want to save those for other customers. So I'm not going to do this, but instead, what I'm going to wind up doing is I'm going to go ahead and change this to be a drop ship so that I can order this directly from my vendor and get it to the customer. I simply change the warehouse from the general warehouse to the North Dropship warehouse. In doing so, you can see that just like we had the ability to have multiple ship to addresses at the row level for each document, I also have the ability to have different warehouses and different ship froms within the same order. When I update the order, it automatically brings up a procurement confirmation wizard, which is going to allow me to generate a purchase order directly to the vendor based on the sales order. Having completed the wizard, you can see that it's added the purchase order number to the row, and then I have visibility to the fact that it was purchased. Another way to be able to see everything that's happened with the order is to use the relationship map. This relationship map shows me that it started with a quotation, that we had an approved order, that the order has an attachment, that we've created a purchase order from the sales order, and that we've also taken a payment, an incoming payment for a deposit. You'll see here that you can actually open up documents directly from the relationship map. So if I go to the purchase order, you can see that the address, because this purchase order was created from the sales order, is automatically shipping directly to Parameter Technologies. Having completed my order, I'm now back at my dashboard. However, if I need information, you'll see here that I have something called Enterprise Search. The Enterprise Search allows me to search information, just about any information, and be able to quickly find it inside of SAP Business One. So in this case, I'm going to search for a part of that PO number that my customer gave me. So by entering in PT123, you can see that it's going to return a Google-like result, showing me everything that has the customer reference number in it. So in this case, you can see here that I found customer reference number PT12345, which is my order, and when I hover over it gives me a preview of the contents so that I can see the detail. It also found another transaction, but since I found the transaction that I like, you see that I can simply click on it to reopen the order. Other types of search that you can do from the enterprise search would be to search for a part number. So for example, if I search for A0003, you'll see that I'm able to find all the transactions that are being used by that item. So I have just one item that matches, and I can get directly to the item master. Or you can see here I have a list of different transactions. Again, I'm able to hover over to see the information. From this result, if I wanted to, I have the ability to filter. So for example, if I wanted to see only open quotations, I'd be able to expand the quotations and then just choose that I want only open. Now you can see that this item is only on 2 open quotations. An additional type of search that you can use is for the customer. By typing in a portion of the customer's name, I'm able to find all the customers that match. In this case, I have one customer, Parameter Technologies, and I have 2 contact people for them. So you can see here I have Daniel Brown and Jody. I'm able to see all of their transactions and transaction history, as well as any place else in the system that the customer has been used, such as a service call. This is just an example of the many ways that you can use enterprise search to quickly find information. I hope that by watching this video, you could see how you're able to gain efficiency as an inside sales rep in a wholesale distribution company by using SAP Business One 9.2 and Achieve It Resolv. If you have any questions, please contact us at achieveit.com. Thank you.